I was actually recruiting in Pittsburgh for the Army, working at a recruiting station, and I saw this female in a store. We were getting lunch or something, and I don't know something. I looked at her. I was like, I like her boots. The guys were like, basically, well, why don't you tell her? I'm like, oh no, she might think I'm gay or I like her. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. And they're like, well, you kind of jumped to that conclusion real fast. Why would she think you're gay? Because you said you like her boots. I'm like, I don't know. Kind of look at her. I don't know. She might. Anyway, we go back to the office. I get a phone call. They're like, Sergeant Snowden, there's a call online for you. I get on. The girl says, hey, I just saw you I can't remember where it was. I just saw you wherever we were, and want to know if I could take you out. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, oh, you're the girl. You had that red eagle. You da da da. She's like, oh, so you noticed me? I'm like, oh no no, I liked your car and I liked your boots. I mean, she's like, well, I want to know if I could take you out. I'm like, no, I'm not gay. I'm engaged. I'm getting married. She's like, no, you really are. I'm like, no, I'm really not. So the guys say, go out with her. She says, well, if you go have drinks with me, I have some names I could give you guys who are looking to go into the military. Guys say, go out, get the names. I'm like, really, you guys, you're like, you pimp me to the guys, you pimp me to the girls. Like, are you guys serious? They're like, just get the names, bring them back to us. I go home. I find myself getting dressed to meet her. I'm like changing clothes. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why are you changing your clothes so much? Who cares? You don't like her. I go out with her, hang out with her for a while. She kissed me. I liked it. The rest was history. Called off my engagement and been dating women since. That's, well, I would say I would still be into this day had it not been for my sexuality. What happened was I didn't actually have any problems per se. Like some people who knew me, they knew. Wasn't that big of a deal. They've hung out with me afterwards. No one really cared. When I was in Pittsburgh, no one really cared. It didn't actually become an issue until I was up here. I was in Harrisburg for, let me see, about 3 years in. You kind of, I guess people just, I don't know, kind of get attracted to other people. It's just people you know. You're like, okay, I want to hang with this group of people. So we had that in my unit. I was a reservist. So in my unit, my medical unit, there was a few of us that used to sit together, hang together, go to lunch together. And we were all lesbians. And people started leaving the unit slowly but surely. And I'm like, why is all like the people I'm cool with? They're like, yeah, this unit's not right. You know, it's not cool. I'm going to another unit. And I'm like, why? And they're like, cause I think they're picking with me simply because of my sexuality, even though it's don't ask, don't tell. So no one really actually kind of asked you, but you could just tell, you could feel a sense of things. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not having any problems. No one said anything to me. I was training some of the new troops that was coming in that were pretty basic. I'm like, I know I'm pretty good. So then everybody was gone. It was just me left. And I'm like, okay, it's different. And I came into drill one day, and a lieutenant said to me, I noticed you have this little rainbow swirl on your car. Doesn't that mean you're gay? And I said, I thought it was don't ask, don't tell. Like, why are you asking? And she was like, I'm not. I was just asking about the swirl. I'm just like, okay. I never answered her. So, and I started noticing things. I'm like, you know what? I can't afford that the last 9 years of my life be wiped out behind a dishonorable discharge because someone wants to investigate whether I'm a lesbian or not. I was like, which is very easy for. I mean, I live with my partner at the time. Like, I can't do it. So, I asked to be released and be discharged based on that. I got my discharge papers. Never wanted to be in the military since I was 12, but I couldn't risk a dishonorable discharge.
So
That was in 2002.
okay. So the unit was based here.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it has anything to do with sort of the context of the area?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, because out in Pittsburgh, no one really asked. They didn't care. You kind of get a sense for like who is, who isn't. Some people you may see out at time, but no one really cared. This wasn't that big of a deal in that unit. It wasn't a big a deal when I was in New Jersey, when I was stationed down there. You know, I was just cool. Me and the guys, we hung out. Fort Indian Town Gap.
Mm.
It was simply here, right? Dead smack in Harrisburg.